Hey, what's up guys? Steve here, and today we're going to take a look at the 20 highest selling 1990 through 1994 basketball cards from the weekly PWCC auction that ended on April 9th. I will also have part 2 of this video out later this week, looking at the top 20 1990 through 1994 sales for under $100, so stay tuned for that. And we'll kick today's list off at number 20 with this 1993 Finest Michael Jordan, card number 1. This was a PSA 9 that received 21 bids and sold for $93.60. This sale is down roughly $20 from the current average sale price of this card in a PSA 9. The last PSA 10 of this Jordan sold for $605 back in March of this year. Up next at number 19 is this 1992 Topps Shaq Rookie, card number 362. This was a PSA 10 that received 16 bids and sold for $105.60. This sale is right in line with the current average sale price of this card in a PSA 10. The last SGC 10 sold for $57.88, while the last Beckett Gold Label 10 sold for $1,650 back in May of 2021. Coming in at number 18 is this 1992 Fleer Michael Jordan, card number 238. This was a PSA 10 and it sold for $108. This sale is within $20 of what PSA 10s of this Jordan have been going for recently. The last SGC 10 sold for $62 back in November of 2021. And with no prior comps for a Beckett 10, the last BGS 9.5 sold for $76.90 on eBay back in August of last year. Up next at number 17 is this 1990 hand-cut Michael Jordan Panini sticker. This was a PSA 10 and it sold for $112.80. This sale is up roughly $15 from what PSA 10s of this Jordan have been selling for. The last Beckett Gold Label 10 of this Panini sticker sold for $186 back in May of last year. Coming in at number 16 is this 1990 hand-cut Michael Jordan Panini sticker. This was also a PSA 10 and it sold for $156. This sale is right in line with the current average sale price of this sticker in a PSA 10. The last BGS Gold Label 10 of this Jordan sold for $252 back in May of 2022. Up next at number 15 is this 1993 Finest Penny Hardaway Rookie Refractor, card number 189. This card was certified authentic by NBA and it sold for $162. A PSA 10 of this rookie refractor has not hit the market since December of 2021, where the last one sold on eBay for $1,676. Shaq makes another appearance on today's list at number 14 with this 1992 Ultra All Rookies rookie card, card number 7. This was a PSA 10 that received 12 bids and sold for $174. This sale is down roughly $30 from the current average sale price of this card in a PSA 10. The last SGC 10 of this Shaq rookie sold for $127.50 back in October of last year. And with no prior comps found for a Beckett 10, the last BGS 9.5 comp I found sold for $144 as an eBay Buy It Now back in February of 2023. Up next at number 13 is this 1990 Fleer Michael Jordan, card number 26. This was a PSA 10 that received 17 bids and sold for just under $200. This sale is right in line with the current average sale price of this card in a PSA 10. The last SGC 10 sold for $122.50 only a few days prior on eBay, compared to the last BGS Gold Label 10 of this Jordan that sold for $695 as an eBay Buy It Now back in March. The last Black Labeled Pristine Beckett comp I could find for this card sold for $13,267 back in August of 2020. Coming in at number 12 is this 1994 Flair Michael Jordan, card number 326. This was a PSA 10 that received 26 bids and sold for just over $200. This sale is within roughly $20 of what this Jordan has been going for in a PSA 10 lately. The last SGC 10 of this card sold for $113 back in March of 2022, and with no prior Beckett 10 comps found, the last BGS 9.5 sold for $89 back in March. Coming in at number 11 is this 1993 Fax Packs World of Sport Michael Jordan, card number 7. This was a PSA 10 that received 34 bids and sold for $222. This sale is up as this Jordan in a PSA 10 has been going for closer to $130 on average. The last SGC 10 of this card sold for $55 back in August of 2022, while the last BGS 9.5 sold for $135 on eBay, also back in August of last year. Kicking off the top 10 of today's list is this 1993 Ultra Scoring Kings Patrick Ewing, card number 3. This was a PSA 9 that received 8 bids and sold for $234. This sale is down from the last PSA 9 of this card that sold for $338 on eBay back in February. The last PSA 10 up for auction of this Scoring King sold for $510 at an REA auction back in May of 2022. Up next at number 9 is this 1992 Hoops Magic's All-Rookie Team Shaq Rookie, card number 1. This was a PSA 10 that received 19 bids and sold for $300 even. This sale is roughly $35 short of what this Shaq Rookie in a PSA 10 has been averaging in 2023. The last SGC 10 of this rookie sold for $275 back in May of 2022, and I was unable to find any prior sales of this card in a Beckett 10. Coming in at number 8 is this 1992 Hoops Draft Redemption Shaq Rookie. This was a PSA 10 that received 28 bids and sold for $384. This sale is right in line with what this Shaq Rookie has been selling for in a PSA 10. The last SGC 10 sold for $227 back in February, while the last comp I could find for a Beckett Gold Label 10 sold for $900 only 1 month prior in March. Up next at number 7 is this 1990 Fleer Michael Jordan All-Star, card number 5. This was a PSA 10 that received 31 bids and sold for $384. This sale is down as this card in a PSA 10 has been selling for closer to $450 on average. The last SGC 10 of this Jordan All-Star sold for $200 back in January, while the last Beckett Gold Label 10 sold for $1,277 back in May of 2020. Coming in at number 6 is this 1993 Finest Shaq Refractor, card number 3. This card was authenticated by NBA and it sold for $492. The last PSA 10 of the Shaq refractor to hit the market sold for $4,920 back in May of 2022. Kicking off the top 5 of today's list is this 1994 Finest Michael Jordan, card number 331. This was a PSA 10, and it sold for $690. This sale is up as the last PSA 10 of this Jordan with the coating sold for $520 back in October of 2022. Up next at number 4 is this 1993 Finest Michael Jordan refractor, card number 1. This card was authenticated by NBA and sold for $1,080. The last PSA 10 of this Jordan refractor sold for $22,200 on eBay back in March. Coming in at number 3 is this 1992 Upper Deck Trade Card Shaq Rookie, card number 1. This was a PSA 10 that received 23 bids and sold for $1,110. This is a very strong sell for this trade card rookie, as the current average sell price for a PSA 10 is closer to $575. The last SGC 10 of this rookie sold for $300 back in October of 2022, whereas the last BGS Gold Label 10 sold for $330 as an eBay Buy It Now back in December of last year. Up next at number 2 is this 1992 Upper Deck Shaq Rookie, card number 1. This was a PSA 10 that received 36 bids and sold for $1,590. This sale is down roughly $100 from the current average sell price of a PSA 10. The last SGC 10 of the Shaq Rookie sold for $921 back in February, and there has been no prior sales of this card in a Beckett 10. And topping off today's list at number 1 is this 1994 Finest Grant Hill Rookie Refractor, card number 240. This was a PSA 10 that received 44 bids and sold for $2,070. With the coating, this is the new record sale of this rookie refractor in any grade by any grading company. Thanks for joining me today, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.